From teen drivers and stolen vehicles to robbers who open fire at car washes, the police have dealt with some crazy robbers in the United States. Are you ready for some jaw-dropping footage? If you are, keep watching, because we have got some seriously wild stuff for you today. Robbery suspect in Long Beach, California. On the night of August 8, 2021, around 10:43 p.m., the Signal Hill Police Department responded to an armed robbery at a grocery store situated in the 1600 block of East Willow Street.
What happened, sir?
Keep your hands up. Hey, Eric, keep your hands on the hood. I'm not going to tell you again.
When officers approached the man, they noticed a firearm in his front pocket. As they attempted to arrest him, the situation escalated, leading to a shooting involving the officers.
Keep your hands in your pocket. Put them on the hood. I'm not going to tell you again.
We got one at gunpoint on Harvard on the BCH.
Keep your hands on the hood.
Witness.
Put your hands on the hood. I'm not going to tell you again. Keep your hands on the hood. 417 on right pocket.
Hey, I see the gun. You got a gun. Go in for it. You can get shot.
The man, identified as 28-year-old Leonidas Enriquez from Bellflower, was taken to a hospital in critical condition. Investigators discovered that the Honda Accord used in the incident had been reported stolen earlier that day outside the local jurisdiction.
I believe it's 16th Street in Harvard and 17th and Harvard. Lock it down one block in each direction.
Thornton police officers, VS Bank robbery, suspects. On December 27, 2022, Thornton police responded to a report of an armed robbery at a Wells Fargo bank on Colorado Boulevard around 1 p.m. Witness accounts indicated that a male and a female suspect had entered the bank while visibly carrying firearms.
I got a guy ran over to me at Kohl's at 120th in Colorado. Says someone's robbing the bank at Wells Fargo, right here.
Oh, okay.
Right by the Grease Monkey on 120th in Colorado.
Okay, hold on. So
He's freaking out. I'm not sure. He's just screaming, saying, "They're robbing the bank. They're robbing the bank." All night long. I'm like, what?
Okay.
So I guess.
I almost wonder. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Okay.
Shortly after, an officer nearby noticed a vehicle speeding away from the scene. Responding units quickly initiated a pursuit. The vehicle, which was later determined to have been stolen, drove recklessly, eventually reaching the intersection of 88th Avenue and Highway 2 in Commerce City. There, the suspect's car collided with another vehicle after driving against traffic. The driver of the impacted car sustained minor injuries.
Over, come to the area, 88th in Colorado as well.
111, he just wrecked out at Highway 2 and 88th, Highway 2 and 88th.
Following the crash, the male suspect exited the stolen vehicle and shots were exchanged at the scene. Both suspects, an adult male and an adult female, sustained injuries. The male suspect attempted to carjack another vehicle in the area before being apprehended. Authorities transported both individuals to nearby hospitals for medical treatment.
Shot the guy! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get your hands out! Get your hands out! I don't see another person in the car! Don't fucking move! Hands out in front of you now! Moving in the front, moving in the front! Okay! I think that's the airbag. No, he's moving, he's moving! You in the car! Put your hands up! He's reaching for something! Put your hands up, you in the car! Police are under arrest!
Stage medical in the area.
Watch it! Under arrest! Hey, we need to get the driver over there! Get the driver, he's running! Get the driver, he's running!
The suspects were later identified as 29-year-old Angel Matthew Gallegos and 24-year-old April Destiny Martinez. Gallegos faced multiple charges, including second-degree kidnapping, first-degree assault, aggravated robbery, vehicular eluding, and menacing. Meanwhile, Martinez, who continued to receive medical care, was expected to face federal charges for her involvement. 2 firearms were recovered at the scene. Mesa police officer shooting armed robbery suspect. On August 3, 2023, Mesa Police Department detectives, working alongside the U.S. Marshals Arizona Wanted Task Force, sought 20-year-old Nicandrian Pride in connection with a string of armed robberies. One of these robberies occurred on August 2nd, while two others took place earlier on the day of his apprehension.
This is him.
Down, down, down!
During the confrontation, officers believed that Pride reached for a weapon. In response, a detective fired their duty weapon, striking Pride as he tried to flee. Despite collapsing with a handgun in his possession, Pride did not comply with commands to drop the weapon. Officers then used additional non-lethal methods, including a taser, pepper balls, and more beanbag rounds, before removing the firearm and detaining him. But Pride was later reported to have lost his life at the hospital. Robbery suspect fires at officers at New Haven Car Wash. On September 19, 2024, members of the New Haven Police Department's Violent Crime Task Force were notified that 36-year-old Jabrell Conley was wanted on federal Hobbs Act robbery charges, along with related firearm offenses. Around 5 p.m., the task force received word that Conley had been seen in the vicinity of El Agrasso Boulevard, driving a black Hyundai Tucson with New Jersey license plate that said Y40 SND. They attempted to block the vehicle to prevent his escape. However, Conley entered the car, and during the ensuing confrontation, he reportedly fired a single shot, shattering the driver's side window of the Tucson. In response, 3 officers, Connecticut State Police Sergeant Colin Richter, New Haven Police Sergeant Francisco Sanchez, and New Haven Police Officer Michael Valente, returned fire.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Let me see your hands! Don't you do it! Oh, shit! Watch out. Don't you fucking move! Oh, shit! Get down!
Conley was struck by several rounds, causing him to fall out of the vehicle and onto the parking lot. He was clearly surrounded on all sides, and yet he chose to fire. Officers immediately began providing medical aid, and Conley was transported to Yale New Haven Hospital. Despite these efforts, he was later pronounced deceased. A firearm with a high-capacity magazine was recovered near where Conley fell, and preliminary examinations indicated the weapon had jammed after firing 1 round. Shootout between Charlotte officers and armed robber.
911, do you need police, fire, or
Police.
medic? Where
Police.
do you need them?
At 4709 Tuckasegee Road, Food Lion.
What's wrong there?
A guy just pushed out a whole shopping cart load of groceries. We tried to make a stop, and he pulled a weapon, or brandished his weapon in his pocket.
What does the suspect look like?
He is a 6'2", 6'3", tall black gentleman, heavier build. He's got looks like a straw-looking hat on, with another shirt tucked over his shoulders, like tied around his shoulders.
What
He's
color?
carrying 2. It's a black, green, and blue.
On June 26, 2022, just before 1 p.m., Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department officers responded to a call reporting an armed robbery at a Food Lion on Tuckasegee Road. Witnesses reported that a suspect, later identified as 45-year-old Kevin Boston, had stolen groceries while brandishing a firearm.
It looked almost like a big enough handle for a 40 cal. It could have been a 9.
Colors.
It's a light black on the handle, but it's blackish gray on the handle. And it's right here in his right pocket. That's all I can see is the handle, a little bit of the trigger part.
Officers located Boston nearby, matching the description provided.
Hey, boss. Mind if I talk to you real quick? All right. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Hands. 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 Hey, we got gunpoint. Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up. Headquarters, we need one. Hey, drop this gun! Drop the gun!
Boston ignored these orders, continuing to walk down the street with the firearm in hand. Perceiving a violent threat, officers discharged their weapon.
Drop it! Shots fired! Shots fired! All right, hold your hands up! Hold your hands up! Don't move! Don't grab it! Don't grab it!
Boston retaliated by firing his revolver, hitting several police vehicles.
Just don't do it. You don't need to. Stop. Hey, am I backing up? All right. All right. All right. All right. Fuck. Okay. All right, sir.
Both here together.
Once the situation stabilized, officers moved in to render medical aid. Boston was transported to the hospital, where he later succumbed to 6 gunshot wounds, as noted in the autopsy report. A Ruger .357 revolver was recovered at the scene, alongside a zipper bag containing 18 additional rounds. Reports indicated that officers fired a total of 13 shots, while Boston discharged his firearm 6 times. San Diego Police versus Armed Robber. The San Diego Police Department released footage of a fatal officer-involved shooting that took place on a Monday morning in Logan Heights. The incident began around 7:30 a.m. when a robbery occurred at Mullins Market and Liquor on Imperial Avenue. Surveillance video showed 21-year-old Isaac Andrade confronting a store clerk while wielding a large knife. Patrol officers investigating the robbery later spotted Andrade in an alley near the crime scene. As officers approached, he reportedly reached into his jacket and revealed a knife and what appeared to be a firearm. Responding to the perceived threat, officers Michael Martinez, Michael Muniz, and Angel Vidrios fired their weapons, striking Andrade.
Get back. Get on the top of the gun! What's that? Back up! Back up! Back up! Back up! Back up! Back the fuck up!
Despite efforts by police and firefighters to revive him, Andrade was pronounced deceased at the scene. The supposed firearm was later determined to be an airsoft pellet gun.
No officers down.
Chicago cop and a robber with a knife. In Chicago's South Shore neighborhood on January 4th, 2020, police responded to reports of a man threatening people with a large knife outside businesses near 79th Street and Marquette Avenue.
Stop. Oh, yeah. Hold on. He's hold on.
He got a knife in his hand.
165-80-10-4.
400 David, emergency.
Let me see your fucking
Go
hands.
with your emergency.
79th and Burnham. Male running.
Northbound.
Northbound.
Upon arrival, officers identified the suspect, 28-year-old Robert Davis, and pursued him on foot.
Come on, motherfucker, let's go! Do you want to get shot? Get the fuck on the ground, dude! Heading westbound. You can't outrun me, motherfucker!
Davis stopped in front of a store as officers repeatedly instructed him to drop the weapon. When a female officer deployed a taser, it failed to subdue him. Davis then advanced toward the officers, still holding the knife. In response, officers resorted to using lethal force, shooting Davis around 3:15 p.m.
Shots fired. Knife down, my man. 79th and Marquette.
Here's the CCTV footage that captured it all.
Come on, motherfucker, let's go! Do you want to get shot? Get the fuck on the ground, dude! Heading westbound. You can't outrun me, motherfucker! Get off the street!
Davis was transported to the University of Chicago Medical Center in critical condition, but was later pronounced deceased. San Francisco police officer versus robber. On July 21, 2024, San Francisco police responded to reports of an armed robbery on McAllister Street. Officers located the suspect, 28-year-old Alexander Antonio Lopez, near Willow Street and Van Ness Avenue.
He had a gray pistol and was last seen on a black and red scooter, unknown direction.
Lopez attempted to flee while armed with a firearm. During the chase, he reportedly turned and fired one shot at the pursuing officers. Officer Paul Balza stopped, drew his weapon, and returned fire, striking Lopez.
Drop it! I got it. I got the radio. Put your hands out to your sides! Let me see your hands! OIS. Let me see your hands! Hey, get away from me! Get away from me! Back up! Back up this way!
One subject down, not responsive to commands, forward to stage. I'm going to need units to block off Van Ness northbound. Hey, ma'am, if you can hear me, put your hands out to the side like an airplane. Hey, somebody grab the shield from the car. Put your arms out to the side like an airplane. Hey, does he have the weapon by him still?
Yeah, it's by his head to the left.
By his neck to the left.
The head.
Put your arms out to the side like an airplane.
Watch out, Dip.
Get up there, start running.
Hey, so this is what we're gonna do. We push up on him, I'll secure him, handcuff somebody, immediately get the gun, okay?
Hey, Chili, when we go up there, the gun's gonna be on the left side by his neck, all right?
I'm gonna secure him from the rear.
Left side, they say. Okay, if it is secured, step on it, all right? Hey, hold up, is everybody ready? Do not move! Ma'am, just stay put, we'll get you out of there in a second. Arms out to the side like an airplane.
Paramedics were called to the scene as officers provided medical assistance. Lopez was transported to a hospital with life-threatening injuries, but did not survive despite extensive efforts to save him.
Willow from Van Ness. I got it. No, you got to take off your gloves or it just gets all messy. Hold on. Do you need a chest seal? I have a chest seal. Okay. We're still assessing. I don't break it out. Watch out. Yep.
Naugatuck police officer tases fleeing robber. On October 14, 2023, Naugatuck police officers were dispatched to Stop and Shop in response to a shoplifting incident involving 33-year-old Jarrell Day from Waterbury. The initial report indicated that Day attempted to steal more than $200 worth of beer. During the theft, an altercation reportedly occurred between Day and store employees, elevating the charge to robbery.
Shut it off!
Body camera footage from Detective Williams captured the sequence of events as he approached Day's vehicle and instructed both occupants to exit.
Okay, the other vehicle boxed in, then it drove up on the grass, took off for a high rate of speed, and struck Officer Keogh's cruiser. Heading on Oakland towards Waterbury. Towards Oakland.
Footage from Officer Keogh's body camera showed the pursuit that followed. Keogh's located the vehicle a short distance away, where it had crashed into a utility pole.
You better fucking stop! You better fucking stop!
Day fled on foot, prompting Keogh's to pursue him while commanding him to stop.
One down. On your stomach! On your fucking stomach now! On your fucking stomach now! On your fucking stomach! How many fucking times did I tell you? I'm done, sir. I'm done. Put your fucking hands behind your back now! Sorry. I'm sorry. John, you still got one in the car. I got this guy taken care of.
Supervisors reviewed the footage and referred it to the Office of the State's Attorney, which requested an investigation by Connecticut State Police to determine if criminal charges were warranted against the officer. On October 30th, 2023, Officer Keogh surrendered to authorities and was charged with intentional cruelty to persons and third-degree assault. He was released on $50,000 bond and scheduled to appear in court on November 11th, 2023. Meanwhile, Day faced numerous charges, including attempted second-degree assault, robbery, assault on a police officer, illegal possession of a weapon in a vehicle, reckless driving, and evading responsibility. He was held on $200,000 bond following his arrest. Police shoots man driving stolen car into officer. In an incident that occurred on May 4, 2019, San Jose police officers were involved in a fatal shooting after a suspect, identified as 24-year-old Efren Esquivel, drove a stolen vehicle into a police sergeant. According to reports, Esquivel stole the personal vehicle of a sheriff's deputy as it idled unattended outside her home earlier that morning.
Yeah, I got it. Rear's clear. Hey, listen. Hey, look at me. Hold here. Hey. You're gonna come out of that window, okay?
Police located the vehicle about an hour later in a carport at an apartment complex on Colmar Drive. Esquivel, who was reportedly intoxicated with high levels of methamphetamine, refused commands to surrender.
You really don't want to get bit by the dog, right?
What did I do? Come out of the window.
But we'll talk about that. You need to come outside.
Okay, this is a thing. Come out of the window. Okay. Come out. Put your hands up. Come here. Come out.
Out and on the ground.
Right here on the ground. Come here. Right here.
On the ground.
Right here.
That way. On the ground.
Come here.
Hey, giving commands to one off.
Get out, run. Get on the ground.
On the ground.
Go to your right. I'm not even running.
Got
Right
it.
here. On the ground.
Go to your right.
Hey, go right here.
On the ground. On the ground now.
I got it. I got it. Get on the ground. Right here.
On the ground.
Just move up. Hey, you're not. No. Stop. 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 Taser. Watch it, watch it. Watch your crossfire, watch your crossfire.
Instead, he attempted to break through the police blockade by ramming the stolen vehicle into a patrol car and then driving toward officers. Esquivel's actions resulted in Sergeant James Mason being pinned between the stolen vehicle and another parked car. The poor guy was almost crushed. Mason suffered a broken shoulder and other injuries. Before this collision, Esquivel allegedly shouted that officers would need to either shoot or take his life to stop his escape, and looks like he got what he asked for. In response to the immediate threat, 3 officers, including Mason, discharged their firearms, striking Esquivel and ending the pursuit. A subsequent investigation by the district attorney's office concluded that the use of force was necessary to prevent further harm. The report indicated that if the officers had not fired, Esquivel could have inflicted more serious injuries on Mason and possibly endangered other officers or civilians. He did not care about anyone's life. Ryan Coogler wrongly accused of bank robbery. In January 2022, filmmaker Ryan Coogler, best known for directing Black Panther, was mistakenly detained by Atlanta police following a misinterpreted transaction at a Bank of America branch in Buckhead. According to police reports, Coogler entered the bank to withdraw $12,000 from his account. To maintain discretion, he wrote his withdrawal request on the back of a deposit slip, rather than verbalizing it. This note reportedly caused alarm for the teller, who received an alert on Coogler's account. Believing a robbery was in progress, the teller informed her manager, who contacted emergency services. Outside the bank, officers approached a vehicle where 2 individuals, identified as Coogler's colleagues, were waiting. After questioning them and receiving a description matching the suspected robber, police detained the pair in patrol cars. Inside the bank, officers confronted Coogler at the teller window, placed him in handcuffs, and escorted him outside.
It's a medical assistant that works in my house that prefers me paying in cash. Every time I make a withdrawal to pay her, because it's a large amount, she works a lot.
Yeah.
If I don't write down on a note how much I went out.
Coogler attempted to clarify the situation, explaining that his note was meant to ensure privacy during the withdrawal process. He detailed his concerns about safety and past experiences, where openly handling large sums of money had drawn unwanted attention.
Yeah, y'all want to take all that. I put my own card in, and then they usually take. I mean, like always, just get the money from me. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I don't understand.
So you make well. That's like I said. That's the reason why we're out here, and that's the reason why we detained everybody, because we didn't know exactly what was going on. So you make these.
I gotta be honest with you, man. Y'all never asked me what was going on. So
yeah, well, unfortunately, we in those situations. In a situation.
You know what I'm saying?
Where's the ID? In this pocket?
In this.
Is the ID in this pocket?
Just hang tight. How?
One sec, bro.
Sir, so the reason that we don't...
During the interaction, Coogler expressed frustration over the misunderstanding, noting that officers had not initially sought his explanation before detaining him. Body camera footage revealed that Coogler remained calm throughout the ordeal, requesting badge numbers and identification from the officers involved. He kept his mask on.
So that's why we come out with weapons, that's why you're detained, and then we ask questions later because of the nature of the call. So,
say it again, sir.
There's nothing for me to say, man. Like, I gotta get all y'all names.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah. That's not a problem.
Y'all got cards?
No, we don't have cards, but we'll. If you got something to write on, do you have anything?
I'm not reaching into nothing, grabbing nothing. So y'all can give me something to write down on. Y'all can put it down.
All right.
We can give you something.
We'll get you something and give you everybody's names on it.
I'm not reaching in there, bro. Like, that just came and get me. Ryan had guns on me in a while, bro.
The racism was clear. If these guys only knew who they were dealing with.
Have I ever been arrested?
No.
Wait, what? Listen to what he said.
Have you ever?
No, I am listening.
Okay. Have you ever considered speaking to them about what it is you're trying to do prior to doing?
So can I explain something to you, bro?
Yeah.
I went to CVS out here the other day to get a vaccine. I came outside and smelled like smoke in the parking lot. You understand what I'm saying? I was getting the vaccine.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to out here, bro. Like, I'm not saying out loud how much money I'm taking.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about speaking to somebody like that. I'm saying, hey, can I speak to a manager in an office somewhere? Have you ever considered doing something like that?
I'm consider it now that y'all trying to take money out. But up to this point, at every Bank of America I ever gone to.
The investigation ultimately confirmed that Coogler was a legitimate customer conducting a routine transaction. Both he and his colleagues were released without charges, and Bank of America later acknowledged its error, apologizing for the incident. Coogler expressed disappointment, but noted that the matter was resolved to his satisfaction.
So the teller said that you weren't speaking to her, and I'm just telling you what she said.
She got. Look, man, she got scared when a black dude handed her a note. You know
I mean,
I don't know what else to say to that.
Yeah, I don't know what to say to that either. I mean,
I wasn't speaking to her. Hey, bro, I asked her if she could do that for me, right?
Yeah.
And she said, what account? I said, it's my checking.
Arrest at Galveston Bank. In Galveston, police released footage showing the arrest of a woman who was asked to leave a bank for not wearing a mask. The body cam video caught the exchange between the woman and the authorities.
I'll say, if they ask you to leave, you have to leave.
My money's in this bank, and I'm going to take it out.
Well, then you have to abide by the rules, and you have to have a mask on.
This is a state.
It's not. Businesses have the right to refuse service, even if you're not wearing a mask. That's their choice.
My money out.
Awesome.
Officers attempted to enforce the bank's policy requiring masks, but the individual refused to comply, resulting in her removal and subsequent arrest.
Come on, dude.
Don't do that. Oh, no.
Do not touch me. Who do you think you are?
Point time. One
back up. Some old lady is getting handcuffed here. There you go. Ow.
Ma'am, put your hands behind your back. Say, you don't stop resisting. Stop.
Is anybody gonna get real here? Really?
Relax.
It was a real case of the Karens with this one.
Now you're smashing my arm into my private area?
Your private area?
Yeah.
Put your hands behind your back.
My hand is behind my back, sir.
This one. Turn over on your stomach. Put your hand behind your back. Relax.
I'm totally relaxed.
No, you are not relaxed. Not relaxed at all.
Right here, people.
Robber at a Denver 7-Eleven. A dramatic confrontation unfolded at a 7-Eleven on Colfax Avenue in Denver when an armed robbery escalated into a shootout in June. Police responded to reports of a robbery, and an intense exchange of gunfire ensued outside the store.
I have an officer hit in the leg. Give me cars here, code 10. Trav, I got you. Watch out.
During the incident, an officer, the suspect, and a bystander sustained injuries.
I got you, dude. You're okay.
After a thorough investigation, the district attorney determined that the officers involved acted justifiably, considering the immediate threat posed by the armed suspect.
You guys ready to move up? Blanche! Blanche! Hey, Trav, let them handle it. Just stay back, dude. Sit down. Dude, I got too much crossfire. 79 Baker, he's going to be in the 500 block, right in front of a silver Jeep. He's still moving. My partner's putting my tourniquet on right now, so I'm not able to get him into custody yet. Mark this time for tourniquet time.
Bank robber arrested by Ohio police. Early in the morning, Huron police responded to an alarm at the Vacationland Federal Credit Union on University Drive East. Officers investigating the scene discovered noises coming from the roof and noticed a blue recycling bin strategically placed beneath a roof access door. As officers monitored the situation, the access door opened and a backpack containing construction tools was dropped to the ground. Moments later, a man, later identified as 27-year-old Tristan J. Heidel, emerged from the access point and was immediately taken into custody. Heidel was charged with breaking and entering, possession of criminal tools, and safe cracking. He is currently being held at the Erie County Jail on a bond of $50,000.
On the ground, motherfucker! On the fucking ground!
Get out. Get out.
Okay. Just fucking put your hands behind your back.
Good Samaritan helps end lengthy police chase. In a high-stakes chase spanning over an hour across South Los Angeles and the harbor area, police pursued a robbery suspect through congested city streets.
Now this driver's hopefully slowing down a little bit, going through hopefully that intersection had a green light. Now we're hitting some traffic, so we're slamming on the brakes and going back onto the shoulder here. There's a parked car. We're going to go onto the sidewalk now. It's going to be hard to see here as we go under a tree. We're going to see that car come back out from that driveway, from using that sidewalk. Hopefully LAPD was able to get around that car as well.
The pursuit finally came to an end when a bystander stepped in, blocking the suspect's vehicle on a busy surface street. The quick-thinking action by this individual allowed officers to apprehend the suspect, concluding the prolonged and dangerous chase.
Possibly blocking him in. This truck, it's hard to tell if this truck is trying to get involved or if this is just accidental.
It's absolutely intentionally trying to get involved in this.
Suspect driver is almost pinned in there. You can see LAPD seeing the situation, and the suspect has hands out of the window. This is definitely a good sign. Who knows if this truck is possibly law enforcement or just a concerned citizen. LAPD has guns drawn, and the suspect has their hands out of the window, and hopefully, after we saw this pursuit go through a very dangerous phase on surface streets from Crenshaw Boulevard north of the 10, hopefully we're seeing this thing come to an end here now.
Florida K-9 taking down armed teen burglary suspect. A 15-year-old burglary suspect in Marion County was apprehended with the assistance of a K-9 unit after a stolen vehicle pursuit.
Still eastbound.
The incident began when CPLers Justin Tortora identified a stolen red Ford truck on Southwest Highway 200. As the deputy attempted a traffic stop, the driver sped away, initiating a pursuit that ended in downtown Ocala.
I don't need anybody else in the pursuit of still eastbound.
10-4, still eastbound.
We update direction of travel.
We're eastbound on 204th in Uptown.
10th Street now, coming up the Pine. I'll be right now. I'm on 17th Street, how everyone got me?
Southbound 16th Avenue, crossing over Fort King Street.
10-4. Good. 10-4, just wanted to make you aware of...
Now eastbound on 8th Street at 1st Avenue, eastbound. Alright, he just turned off. Unit that's on Magnolia, turn right. He just turned behind you into that lot.
The driver abandoned the vehicle and fled on foot, prompting Corporal Tortora to deploy K-9 Leo. The K-9 quickly caught up to the suspect, biting his leg until deputies arrived to secure the arrest. During the chase, the suspect discarded a backpack containing ammunition and a stolen Glock 22 handgun. The suspect, identified as DeMarcus Deshaun Payton, later admitted to a spree of burglaries and vandalism, including smashing car windows and damaging a deputy's patrol vehicle. Payton faces numerous charges, including armed burglary, grand theft, and possession of a firearm by a minor.
I got land! Don't fight that dog! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Armed robbers at an Uptown CVS. Footage from police body cameras revealed the chaotic scene during a shootout at an Uptown CVS pharmacy in New Orleans, where one officer and two armed robbery suspects were injured. The incident unfolded early on the morning of June 18th, when police responded to reports of a robbery at the 24-hour pharmacy on Prytania Street. According to authorities, two suspects, 26-year-old Richard Sansbury and 18-year-old Alan Parson, entered the store, restrained two employees with zip ties, and accessed a safe containing prescription drugs. As police arrived, the suspects attempted to flee while spilling pill bottles from a trash bag near the store's entrance.
Stop! Get on the ground! Get on the ground right now! We got two in here. He's right here.
One up's over here.
He's got a gun. Alright, we got two in the store with a gun.
The suspects exchanged gunfire with officers positioned outside the sliding doors. Investigators reported that the suspects fired approximately a dozen rounds, while police discharged at least 29 shots. The violent confrontation left both suspects and one officer, identified as Clark, injured. Clark was treated at University Medical Center and released later the same day. Parson was apprehended a short distance away after collapsing in the 1300 block of Lyons Street. Sansbury evaded capture for a few hours, but was eventually located with the help of K-9 units and a police perimeter. Both suspects were hospitalized before being booked on multiple charges, including armed robbery, false imprisonment, and attempting to take the life of police officers. The suspects were from Indianapolis. While no direct connections to other cases were disclosed, federal investigators noted similarities with tactics used by an Indiana-based gang involved in nationwide drugstore robberies. In line with department policy, the three officers involved in the shooting were placed on desk duty pending an internal investigation. Police Chief Ferguson stated that Initial findings suggested the officers acted appropriately under the circumstances. Armed burglar exits window and opens fire on Fort Wayne. Officer. An armed burglary in Fort Wayne, Indiana, turned violent on June 13, 2024, leaving Officer Minardo wounded and the suspect, a 20-year-old Czar Mayant, sentenced to 30 years in prison for attempted taking of life.
Good work, those guys. Hey, come on, stop it. Hands up. Stop! Shots fired! Shots fired! I'm hit! I'm hit! Shots fired! Ah! Ah! I'm hit! Stop! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Stop! Stop! Get on the ground! Whoever's at the stop sign, he's running behind you. I'm hit. I'm bleeding out of my arm. Get a tourniquet on me. Get a tourniquet on me. I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding.
What was your favorite footage? Comment down below and let me know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time. Goodbye.